Hi folks, I'm the Bald Guy, and these are Bald Guy Basics. Today I have a review for you of a battery-powered push mower, and I would not have bought this for myself because I don't believe in push mowing if I can get out of it. But my son owned this mower for the last few years, and he's moved to another house and he lacks storage and he's paying someone to mow his yard. But he was hoping that in a few years' time, when his son is old enough that, he would have a mower and he could teach him the value of work. So I made the offer. I said, look, I got a couple of little places that I need a mower to trim with. So I'll take it, store it for you and use it. And then when your son's old enough, we'll put the grandson back to work. So that's how I arrived at this. This is Ryobi's 40 volt. It's not self-propelled unless I'm the self. So this is their low-end entry point mower. It retails, I looked this morning, for $320, Home Depot and some other places. And it weighs about 55 pounds, which I find surprising because the mower feels lighter than a gasoline mower, but about 50 to 55 pounds is right in the range of where you would have the weight of a gasoline mower. The advantage: no gas, no oil, and here's the real advantage: no pulling. On the handlebar up here, it's got the typical grip, which is like on a gasoline mower that would be the blade brake. This does not have a brake. It's simply the safety on and off. And then there's a button. You just push a button with your hands, blade turns off, push let the brake handle go, and the thing turns off. So you never have to pull it, and that was surprising to me how convenient that is. I use this mower because I have a bank up here on the road, and I either have to weed eat it or I can't use my zero turn because it's too far over the slope of the hill. So I can mow along the side of it with this. This mower is light enough that allows me to do that without straining myself. It would be nice to be self-propelled, but then that's going to be heavier. It is a plastic composite body, so the mower is really, I think it's well built. There is a single control here that adjusts the cutting height on all four wheels at the same time. So the mower is extremely simple. The little pop-up hood here houses your 40 volt battery, and they have what to me is over engineering. They call this the key, and the mower will not start without the key in it, so you can take it out and I think you can flip it around and the mower won't start. Or you can take it out and put it on your keychain, I don't care. But it's also advertised as the 3-in-1 mower. So it mows. You can mulch with it by closing off the side discharge, and it has a bag that attaches back here. I'm not even going to bring the bag out. It fits between the handlebars, and you can mow 40 feet and your bag is full. So the bag is not practical to me. So you're looking at a $330 mower, roughly, $320 to $330, depending on where you find it. I think at Home Depot it's $329.95. So you're looking at $330 plus tax, compared to a gasoline mower for in the $250 to $300 range. Would I buy it? No. And that's not because it's a bad product, but our yard, if I was going to push mow this yard, I've got an acre and a half here, just here. This is rated for about a ½ acre. If you live in an urban area where you have a very small amount of grass to mow, this would be great, on top of being able to run for about 45 minutes per charge with really good power. The mower is quiet. For example, let me turn it on. The mower is much quieter than gasoline. No fumes, no smoke, none of that kind of thing. So it is a product that I would consider if I lived in a different setting. However, living where I do, the mower would not be my first choice unless the advantage of the mower is not that the mower is that great. It's a fine mower. It cuts clean. I've got some footage I took yesterday. I'll try to show you of mowing down around the wood pile, because I had just mowed the yard this week, so there's not a lot to mow. But the advantage to this, a 40-volt battery is considerable. They make a 40-volt weed eater, a 40-volt leaf blower that is really substantial. I think it blows at about 190 miles an hour. So it's a really good leaf blower. They make a 40-volt chainsaw, and there are other, I think there's like a 40-volt battery-powered pressure washer. Just hook your hose to it and go to town. Nice if you need multiple items like that. This is a system that would work for you. But I'm a little bit old school, and I like the fact that if I'm going to have to use a piece of equipment for more than 45 minutes, you're either going to have to buy a second battery, and by the way, there is a second slot here for you to put a second battery and just swap them, or you need gas. So since my chainsaws, my weed eaters, my lawnmower, all of these are gas items, this would not be my first choice. But I will tell you, up on that bank, I find that this is a really handy thing, because I can mow the bank quicker than I can weed eat the bank. So I'm going to show you some other footage of just how easy the unit works. I've got some grass down there next to the wood pile where I can't get the zero turn. There's a spot about this wide between two stacks of wood, and I haven't been trimming it, so it's this high. Put the mower right in it, and the mower has a self-governing mechanism. Have no idea how it works. I don't know if it's just a sensor or if it has a computer control, but when you hit high grass, the mower doesn't bog down. It gives you extra power instantly. So I'm very pleased with the performance of this thing. The way you switch this out, there's a spring-loaded gate here that closes off the mower, and the side discharge chute just snaps in here. And because I'm reaching across, I'm not going to pop it out, but all you got to do is pull it, it comes out, pop it back in, and the tension holds it down. You remove the chute, let this gate close, raise the back gate, your grass catcher, which holds, you know, maybe a cubic foot and a half perhaps. It's not very much, but it just sits right here between the handles and goes in and out very simply. I will give them that. It's simple that for a yard, when I've got an acre and a half here with trees all around, it doesn't have enough volume for me to find useful. So for the value, it depends on your setting. If you have a smaller, usually a more urban type lot in town, and it's under, I think it's rated to be able to do a ½ acre on a single charge. If your grassy area is a ½ acre, I would recommend this mower. If you have a small area, especially that's less than flat, I think the mower works great. It's very maneuverable, I find. And in fact, I've got it over so far, if I let go, the mower would flip over, and I can hold it on that bank and go all the way across the bank, and that's like 150 feet there. So it's very maneuverable, very handy. It's just not, it doesn't fit exactly what my needs. So if I were going to spend $300, I would most likely buy a gasoline mower. It's just, well, if I were going to spend $300 and a little more, maybe $350, $375, I would probably get a self-propelled mower. That's not because this one isn't fine. It's because I'm nearly 60 years old and my legs hurt and my back hurts, and I'm mowing on the side of a hill up here, and that would just take a little more pressure off of me. But for what it is, it's really good. There are two fasteners here that you just loosen on each side of the handle, and this thing folds up and you can put it vertically up next to a wall, and storage is really minimal storage space. So it is well engineered. I pull the battery out, hose the thing off after cutting dry grass, and it does fine. So this system is pretty nice. If you go the next level up, the Ryobi system, and please don't quote me on this one, But to get the neck system, which looks to me, I've not handled it, but the advertisement looks like the body might be metal, and it has the propulsion system on it. You go from about $325, $330 to closer to $500 up in the mid to upper fours, depending. They've got more than one model, so I see the prices, and I'm not always up on what the details of each model is. But that's a lot of money for these, so you'll just have to make your mind up. I do appreciate this particular model, which I just got a month ago. This particular this particular unit, my son's been in that house for a couple of years now, and it's basically, since he moved there, it's been sitting because he's paying somebody to do his landscaping, and his yard is much bigger than a half acre, so there's that issue. But he used it at his other home for another couple of years, and the battery life is still excellent. I mowed 2.5 times across the front there, and there's a little button on the back of your battery, and you've got 4 lights in 25% increments. And I had 50% battery life still after using the mower for 25 or 30 minutes. So I'm pleased with how the thing runs. But when my grandson grows up and I send this thing back, I will probably not buy another one unless I choose to get some of the other tools and want to go to that whole ecosystem. So that's our review of this thing, and I'm going to switch to a different day, some video I took yesterday, and show you this thing in operation, and then we'll close up. All right, I came down here to the wood pile where my zero turn won't fit up in here, so I got some really tall stuff. Let's see how this thing handles. There's the stop. There's the start. If you're seeing this debris here, it's because I didn't mow this because there's pieces of wood laying in here. I'll tilt it up. I'm out of the picture frame here. Another thing I do like about it is the motor is just not a direct connect motor. It actually has a governor on it. So when I got into the thicker grass, I was kind of worried about the thing bogging down, and it gave it the extra amperage that it needed to cut right through it. So in terms of functioning, I have no complaints whatsoever about how this thing functions. It has plenty of strength. It has a nice deflector underneath the rear discharge to keep stuff from coming out from under the back, so it protects your feet and ankles. In terms of function, the thing works really well. Well, I hope you enjoyed our demonstration of the Ryobi 40-volt battery-powered mower. Hope you'll leave us a like. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you on the next video. I am the Bald Guy, and these are Bald Guy Basics.